Hello, and welcome to How to Keep a Job, 5 Ways to Ensure Your Success. Henry David Thoreau is quoted as saying, "Success usually comes to those that are too busy to be looking for it." Successful people are often successful because they work diligently at their job, work to be a good team player, and work to improve themselves and the services they offer. They are not often the individuals who are just looking to move ahead in their careers. Take a few moments after this training to look up the YouTube video, The Millennial Job Interview. This will be a great demonstration of how not to behave in a work environment. Tip number 1, be dependable. Dependability, punctuality, attendance, and level of effort are very important on the job. You might ask yourself why being dependable is so important. Often people think it doesn't matter if they are 10 minutes late a few times or if they have to call out on their shift due to family needs. Being dependable leads to consistency for the businesses that you work and the services that you provide. Being dependable leads to being trustworthy. When your work team feels they can trust you, you're likely to get more opportunities. Which leads me to my third point. Dependability leads to increased responsibility. When you are counted on to show up regularly and trusted, you likely will be given increased responsibility, which will lead you to increase your skills and increase your potential for new career opportunities. Here are some tips on ways to demonstrate dependability at work. Show up. Attendance is vital. Be on time. 5 minutes early is being on time. Take initiative. Take on new tasks or volunteer to be on a team. Support your peers or colleagues. Offer assistance. Provide positive feedback. Be loyal. Show pride in your job and your employer. Tip number 2, be a team player. Being a team player means working collaboratively toward a goal or goals set by the team or management. What does successful collaboration look like? Following this presentation, take a minute to look up the TED Talk by the Levinson brothers titled Mastering the Art of Successful Collaboration. You may find the link listed below. Benefits of teamwork. There are several. Fosters creativity and learning. When team members can share ideas, brainstorm, and interact together to come up with solutions, they are more likely to be creative. Blend strengths that are complementary. While you may have strong customer service skills, a coworker may have strong organizational skills. By blending these strengths, your program or company is more effective when the team works together. Builds trust. Relying on others can build trust and establish strong relationships. When you have trust in your coworkers and they have trust in you, your team is able to overcome minor conflict and build an environment where ideas can be valued. Teaches conflict resolution skills. Because team members may have different perspectives, backgrounds, ideas, work habits, and opinions, conflict can often be present. However, due to the team working together toward a common goal, they often work to resolve these differences for the common benefit. Promotes a wider sense of ownership. When teams work together to accomplish goals, they feel proud of their accomplishments. Working together to problem solve and overcome challenges develops a sense of fulfillment for employees. Encourages healthy risk-taking. Working as a team allows team members to take more risk as they have the support of the group. When you work alone, you may be more unlikely to try a new risky idea, but with the support of a team, you are more likely to take those risks. Career Services Center. It gives a good overview of the benefits of teamwork, maybe even provides you with benefits you had not thought about before now. Tip number 3, demonstrate business etiquette. What does that mean? Following this video and presentation, take a few minutes to look up the YouTube video, The 4 Basics of Proper Office Etiquette. This takes a comical but serious look at some of the office etiquettes that are vital to being successful. Now that you have seen some examples of what not to do, let's talk about how to demonstrate good business etiquette. Be mindful of noise. Make yourself aware of your environment. Chances are, if you can hear other people, they can hear you. Mute computers and phones, or at least keep them at a very low volume. Keep speaker calls to a minimum only, as absolutely needed. Be aware of your body language in shared environments. If you are a gum chewer, or a foot tapper, or pencil tapper, be aware of how this might bother others and try to adjust your behavior. Respect common areas. Do your part to keep common areas clean. If your office has a kitchenette, be sure to clean up after yourself. If your work environment has a refrigerator, make sure you clean out your items regularly. Exercise aroma awareness. Be mindful of scent sensitivities. Did you know that 50 million people in the U.S. have allergies? And with a high allergy rate, scent sensitivities are on the rise. For someone with scent sensitivities, perfume, scented lotions, aerosol sprays, cleaning products, scented candles, essential oils, and such can cause symptoms such as watery or itchy eyes, sneezing, coughing, nausea, and headaches. Be mindful of the products you use and your team members and customers. Give undivided attention in meetings and trainings. Resist the urge to check phones or text during meetings. Nowadays, we are so attached to our mobile devices that as soon as we hear or feel the vibration of a notification, we feel we have to look at it immediately. In reality, there are a few things that are that urgent. When you are in a meeting or a training, be respectful and give the presenter your undivided attention. If something arises that requires your immediate attention, excuse yourself from the meeting or training for a moment so as not to be a distraction to others, or wait until a break. Be on time. If you have to be late, notify someone. There are many reasons why being on time is important. Professionalism, dependability, and building trusting relationships are a few. Additionally, being on time shows others a sense of responsibility and that you take your obligations seriously. In the event you are going to be late, it is important to let someone at your work, usually a supervisor, know that you will be late and the approximate time when you will arrive. Keep it off social media. Do not complain about work or coworkers on social media. Remember, social media is a public venue. Be mindful of what you post. This should be common sense. However, often people think that their social media life is separate from their work life. This is not necessarily true. Even with privacy settings, once you put something into the digital world, it is out there. Someone will see it. Your image is often your employer's image. You want to represent well. You want to be trustworthy and professional. There is a difference in making a social media post that you had a tough day at work and ranting and raving about your supervisor. At some point, you may want to advance in the company or find a new job. Your network is where you have the best chance of finding these jobs. But if you are projecting a negative image about your work, this will not serve you well in future employment endeavors. Here are a few more workplace etiquette tips. Exercise appropriate hygiene. Dress appropriately. Keep nails and hair trimmed and neat. Look at your environment. See what your coworkers are wearing. This will help set the lead for you. Don't gossip. Gossiping takes time from work and damages morale. Use reply all sparingly. when returning emails. Only use this feature when all the people in the group email need to be informed. Use email etiquette. Use language that helps the recipient understand the message, and please use punctuation and spell check. Give feedback in appropriate arenas. Keep constructive feedback private. Tip number 4, be positive. Contribute to the morale of your work environment in a positive way. Never underestimate the importance of positivity. Take a few minutes after viewing this training to look up the YouTube video, The Happy Secret to Better Work. The link is listed below. I promise you won't regret it. How do you be positive at work? Here are a few tips. Make social connections. Embracing and fostering workplace relationships builds trust and support in a work environment and tends to bring more happiness within that environment. Show empathy. Empathy is the ability to relate to the thoughts, emotions, and experiences of others. In other words, stepping into their shoes and understanding their feelings and needs. Being able to show empathy to not only team members, but customers or clients leads to a more positive experience for you and those with whom you interact. Go out of your way to help. If you have a few minutes after completing a task, ask a coworker if you can help with something they are working on, or if they simply need to take a break. When new projects are started, ask how you can contribute and assist even if it is not part of your normal responsibilities. Encourage people to talk to you. This goes back to building relationships and showing empathy. Being encouraging and supportive of your coworkers is another way to increase morale. When employees feel supported and understood, they are happier in their work environment. Be grateful. Gratitude expands your perspective and leads to greater happiness. Showing gratitude to others, talents, contributions, and achievements builds morale in a positive way. Celebrating those small wins helps keep positive energy flowing in a team. Try to make your communication personal, encouraging, and empowering when talking with coworkers and customers or clients. Benefits of being positive. Positivity has a multiplying effect. Happiness is actually contagious. Happiness equals successful employees. Enjoying your work leads to the likelihood of you being more successful. Reducing stress increases productivity. Less stressed employees are more productive. Happy employees support each other. Being supportive of one another will lead to coworkers being more likely to ask for help when it is needed. Happiness inspires creativity. Positivity leads to creativity and inspiration. Number 5, represent the company well. Again, you are the image of your company. Own this responsibility and take on a personal mission to represent your company with integrity and professionalism. Here are some tips for making the best representation. Think about those you represent. You are the face of your company. From the bottom of the career ladder to the top of the career ladder, every person plays their part in representing the company. There is a story of President John F. Kennedy visiting NASA. The story goes like this. President John F. Kennedy was visiting NASA headquarters for the first time in 1961. While touring the facility, he introduced himself to a janitor who was mopping the floor and asked him what he did at NASA. The janitor responded, "I'm helping put a man on the moon." The janitor got it. He understood the vision, his part in it, and he had a purpose. Have accountability partners. Delegate a coworker to keep your attitude in check. We all get overwhelmed at work at times, and our morale gets low when we tend to feed into the gossip or negative talk. Assign a trusted coworker to be your accountability partner, to remind you when you are being too negative or playing a part in bringing morale down. This person should also be trusted to show you empathy and help lift you up. Be sure that you are that person for someone else. Check your image. Frequently self-evaluate to ensure professionalism. Self-evaluation can be difficult as it is often colored by our personal experience, but taking stock of our own behaviors and evaluating how we can do our best work is a necessary step in growing ourselves professionally. Carve out time each day or week to evaluate your work habits, your attitude, and your interactions, and give yourself pats on the back where you did well, and address ways you can be better in the future, and write out goals for doing this. Would Grandma approve? Ask yourself, would someone you respect approve of your words or actions? Think of someone you respect greatly. When you are self-evaluating, ask yourself if this person would approve of your actions or words. Your company brand equals your brand. Your representation of the company equals your representation of yourself. Your representation of yourself and your representation of the company are not mutually exclusive. Be sure to be professional, courteous, and provide excellent service. These behaviors speak volumes about you and your company. For more information on employability skills, please feel free to contact us. And remember, the greatest discovery of all time is a person can change his future by changing his attitude.